Hello and welcome to some Train Sim World on Super Bowl Sunday. Start off, we're going to do Train 35 on the Long Island Railroad route. Welcome to everyone in chat. There's a lot of interesting stuff coming out for Train Sim World right now. Between the various third-party add-ons and obviously Thomas says a lot of people have discovered it's going to be a fairly popular DLC. I'm excited to see what the future holds. Obviously, that's opening up the train simulation genre to a whole new audience of people. So it'll be pretty good to see, all in all, more people playing the game. Let's get everything set up. Lock the door, set forward. Marker lights off. Lights to bright. Get the brake out of emergency. We're above 90, so we are good to go. Gotta wait for passengers to load. A lot of trains in the yard here. Seems like mostly M9s. Yeah, pretty much all M9s here. Oh, we got one M7 set. So we are currently in Jamaica, heading over to New York Penn. Always fun exploring the inside of Jamaica. There's a absolute ton of detail here. It would be quite cool stations in real life at some point. And off the train goes. Where's that train going? Penn Station. So people will probably be racing that in the whole way. Assuming, actually, they might be an express. Never mind, we are the express. Okay. So we'll have probably at least a few times we'll overtake that, depending on how things go. We've obviously got red right now, so we can't go too far, but we'll see how it goes. Close the doors, the signal's gone green. Looks like we've got a 15 restricted limit based off the signals. Off we go. I always love how you just get a train pulling up right after the last one left on this route. Super busy. We'll just get up to around 15. Looks like we should have greens pretty much most of the way out of here as we make our way onto the Penn Station main line. One thing I really enjoy about this route is if you're running a two-car train, which they don't do in real life for this reason, and stop in the wrong spot, you could actually lose power due to how big some of the gaps in the third rail are. I think there's one or two spots with the British Rail Class 377 you can do the same exact thing, but quite fun. I mean, not if you get stuck, but always fun that they simulate that type of stuff. So we've got a 15 on the track speed limit, but 30 based off signals. We don't have any track speed limit signaling yet on the HUD, but we do have 80 clear, but obviously all the stuff around Jamaica doesn't have ATC, I believe. So ATC is the track speed limit. Well, ACSES. Yeah, ACSES is the signal speed limit. So you kind of get both controlling things. Track speed limit goes up to 20 here. And back. Jumps up to 40, and now ATC is kicked in on the HUD there. So got a signal speed limit of 80, but ATC limit of 40. So we're limited by the lower one. So we'll continue with 40. Jumped up to 80, so now we're good for 80 pretty much the whole way New York Penn from what I gather. How is everyone enjoying their weekend? Hope it's all going good for everyone. If you have any questions or requests, put in the chat. I've got, I think, every DLC plus a few mods installed right now, so we should be good to pretty much play anything. I don't know if that's just a Metro North thing, where you blow the horn when entering a platform and not stopping, but we're going to do it anyway, because it's cool. Open the window to nice summer day in the game, so just sounds way better, but you can see inside the building. That other train is an express too. Looking at it, we're on the local track, and they've flown by the signal. Their track should be right up here, so we will see. I see on the GD hood. Got a 60 coming up, but the signal should... Yep, so we've got a 70 on that limit now. We know that the 60 track speed's coming up, so we can start braking for that. Get just shy of 60, that way we just have to acknowledge the speed change when that happens. There we go. Now we're good to go back up to 60. So I believe at this point the Port Washington branch is coming in from the right side here. I just know this is a personal favorite of mine coming up because you've got 6 tracks, I think. I don't think there's any extra up here, but it's just a big old station up here, and I've seen some cool videos of trains just absolutely flying through here at super high speed. Obviously, I think it's only 60, but it's still cool to see. Because you've got 4 platforms. This one's shared between the branch line and the main line, and then the 2 outer ones. I think is technically start heralding locking here. I forget how big it technically is, but at this point we're ducking under the other part of the main line and the NEC, which now appears on our right. Not yet, actually. NEC is on the left at this point. We also have to drop down to 40 here for the track limit. Or no, signal limit, sorry. Drop under, coast, bring it back up. So yeah, this area is super busy in real life. You've got New Jersey Transit trains coming in from, or out of Penn into Sunnyside Yard. You've got all the Long Island action, plus Amtrak heading up to New Haven, Boston. All that fun stuff. So we've got a signal limit of 40, so we gotta keep doing that. Crossing over to track 1. We've got, I believe, yep, Sunnyside Yard on the side over here. Full of ACS 64s, Cellas. Oh, and some New Jersey Transit traffic. Big old variety of stuff. Seems like it'd be a fun little yard to see while you're passing. Obviously, I think Philadelphia 30th Street's got a little bit more action with a few... Ooh, hold on. That is a M3. Probably one of the older... Oh, actually, I think there's a few older EMUs running out in the country right now, but I know the M3s are trying to be retired. I think it's like the 3rd or 4th time they've said that, but never know. We've got a 60 limit here, so let's to their coast. A little bit of brakes, working downhill, going under the Hudson River. No, we're not. This side, New York Penn, you're just going under the city. Other side, you're going under the river. Never been here, just only know it from the game, but super cool. Minimum brake seems to be good enough for holding us. Might drop the coast a little bit here as it levels out. Station, but we'll see how this goes. Sometime soon we should probably start getting reductions in signal speed. 15 as we come into the station. So we'll have to make sure we're down below that by that point. For anyone just joining, welcome. We're doing some Train Sim World Long Island Railroad right now. We'll probably be bouncing around between the US stuff. Got dropped down 40. Probably a little UK. I might try some German. I'm not too familiar with a lot of their stuff, but pretty much anything is fair game. Should be a fun stream though, so if you have any questions, let me know in chat. Otherwise, just sit back and enjoy. Halfway through a platform, and then signals partially way down, so then shorter trains might be branching off a different way. It's interesting. I would hate being a dispatcher for this, especially with all the work they've been doing on the other side of the station here, redoing all the junctions and stuff, being ready for future expansions. Scare everyone across all the platforms. Start braking a little bit. Don't believe there's markers here for where to stop. You just kind of know. But oh, that's interesting. The stop point is past on a different track. The rear of the train's already in. Oh. Barely. But yeah, it's in. I'm gonna pull up right past the signal and just call it a day. Actually, I'll do right before. No. Okay, never mind. I have to get closer. That's funky there, but I have to let someone know about that. I don't think you would have half your train. No, pretty much full car off the platform. You have to speak to guard and stuff. That's my train. Oops. Let's do this. get some screenshots because everyone loves screenshots. We will focus on the M3 here. Keep that blurred. There we go. And there we go. First run done. Why don't we hop over Why don't we do some Peninsula Corridor? With the fact that the route is going off sale sometime soon, if you have not picked it up, do it now. It's pretty much your last chance due to the license changes. Do that one. Custom weather, no fog, a little bit of cloud. We will do September with a little bit of cloud. There we go. Should be driving from the cab car coming from San Jose, but still a good drive. Closest thing we have to Metro at this point in the game, so. Okay, reverser in. Open doors. Headlights on. Ditch lights on. Marker lights are off. There we go. 40. We need to hop back here. Turn on marker lights. Those are up here. Marker lights. Marker lights. Yep. Change back. And here we are. We're all set up. We are set up over here. Should be departing anytime now. Welcome to the stream, Spam. Doing a Caltrain run right now. Taking the F40 and bi-levels out. Not sure. This looks like a light rail or some sort of thing. I don't think BART comes out this far, but this style of track work and those gradients make me think it's a streetcar or something. I don't think there's any DMU service here, but either way, super cool. Down that way is... Ooh, we gotta go. Gilroy. I did not realize this route got updated with signage. Huh. Well, we're going nowhere. There's a train in front of us. Another F40 coming in. Once he clears, we should be good to go. 11 miles to Mountain View. Real life should dim the headlights. Also, as you do, you gotta get a quick screenshot. Get focus right. Range. We're not gonna get direct sunlight on them. Let's do something like that, a little moody. Drop the exposure a bit. Come further back. The field of view. Want our car centered. There we go. Signal is clear. Bell on. Off we go. Hopefully. Assuming I didn't forget something. Have they? Oh. Well, those probably would have to be on. tighten the brakes separately on the cab car? I thought it was set up in service mode already. And now the brakes are released. We should be. We've got a 10 limit coming out of San Jose here. I believe we've got, in real life, 3 commuter agencies and then 1 long distance Amtrak stops here. I feel like the Capital Corridor is it ACE or whatever it is, and Caltrain all use this station, so I believe they all branch off up this way. Maybe one of them up there, one that way. That's a line down Gilroy. VTA. I'm assuming that's their local transit streetcar agency. Just looking at that. I always love the streetcar interurban, that style stuff, but light rail's also fun. Had the chance to ride the Hop up in Milwaukee during Train Fest last year. Had a friend who used to work on the Hop and had a colleague give us a good tour of the system, just riding around and telling us how they run stuff. It's super cool seeing how their line works. You've got 2 routes, but they both start and end at the Milwaukee train station. One of them, you're doing a super funky up the one side of the street, then you go out towards the lake, do a loop around, but then when you hop back on the main loop, you end up earlier, like 1 block south of where you were when you turned off. So if things were going wrong, you could just continue going in a circle for no reason all day. We've got a slight downhill grade here, but he jumps up to 40 pretty quick, as you do with an F40 and gallery cars, straight to E. Install your brakes, wait 20 minutes to get up to speed. I think these are F40 PH2 cat on Caltrain, maybe? I know they have a few mixtures of F40s, or had, I should say. I don't know which one's in the game exactly, but I know you end up with F40s and Metros just notching all the time because the main generator is powering all the coaches from 4GE, while other F40s are running separate generator versions, like the, I believe MB36 is. I know the New Jersey Transit F40s have a separate generator. Either way, we've got 9.5 miles, 79 miles per hour coming up. Fastest speed you can go without extra signaling and stuff. Though nowadays I think they're running with 10. Because they're all electric being used nowadays. Would have loved to see that happen. But I don't know if we'll ever see it at this point. This is definitely one of the most complete routes in the game. this one outside of different longer distance for trains. You've got the locals, you've got pretty much the whole formula of the railroad trains. And you've got the locals like the M15.
Anyway, by this
We're going to use this. No specific reason. There's definitely no other railroad that uses these type of gallery cars and F40s on trains. No siree. Nothing at all. I've been toying around a lot with substance meter, so I will say the steel pretty much is perfect. Pretty much just decals. This part would have to be modified for country tires. Yeah, that's just on the tires, so obviously that. I think these are bigger on that, right? I feel like they only take up I would have loved to the F40 is just that 8 miles per hour for this one. I can't think of a single line that gets up to this quick on each road for this long. You've got the racetrack, which if you're on one of the early morning expresses, you're pretty much doing 70, I believe, all the way from Livestream. I think you slow down until that curve in Union if you're on the middle main. But this is black plates. I know a little bit about black brakes just from running street cars and everything. As you guys saw in the video, I was just going to go show car out back here, but it's different. You really don't get the same feel as you do in real life. I had always heard that from like actual engineers from play simulators. So much of it is my feel, but until I ran really the virtual part of the 3500 out there, you don't really know what that's like. It's completely just a different thing going by feel. It's cool. Either out at Union or South Edge, I would recommend you guys do the throttle. It's a lot, but go through 2 cars and start with it. It's not cheap. Just both my fleets are doing some crazy work. I've personally not been able to destroy every month they do take a throttle, but it's definitely another pretty easy one I've seen. CK Heritage Fleet, check it out at some point if they ever run it down. I was out at a few different events last year, and the O'Hare one was super special. I was quite impressed with their little shuttle back and forth from Rosemont Valley to the O'Hare terminal. I'd never been on that stretch of CK before, so I believe that was the day I also decided to go to Howard and that's that to the purple line. I'd never been on the railroad line, so I decided, hey, why not? I will just ride the CK in the city about a day past the roads around me, go over, so I think you enjoy it. was a very close crossing to the train. Holy cow. On a windy day, I can imagine if physics was simulated, you'd definitely be a little too close to it. That's a sign. Look like a smooth slow down sign. I wonder if that would start slowing down. Service 32 pounds. Throw it back in that. They do amazing work, but I don't know of many actual original PCCs. I know Fox River has the one rusting way that they're rid of. The Lightsville guy? From what I gather, Uni owns a lot of original PCCs, but I don't think they have many operational. They're all the other speed ones, like the heritage scheme for other railroads, which I like. I mean, it's a mix of being a public transit system and a whole tourist operation. I mean, the cable cars are the thing that attract a lot of the people, but that was a good stop. Hey, look at, I mean, we're blocking the crossing, but we don't want people to try to cross and block our train, because that's just a bad idea. People will inherently try to cross if you don't block the crossing, so therefore block the crossing. Is that a milepost or is that a 9-car marker? I think that's a milepost.
Caution, the doors are about to close.
Step right. Straight to 8. Brakes are releasing, and off we go. We're gonna blow for this crossing. Act as if the gates aren't down. Just because, hey, you know, someone might have the gates are actually up. Yeah, we should go. There. It always amazes me. A lot of stations in the Chicagoland area, you'll have the train pull up right to the edge of the road there, and then it's just like, oh, why are the gates up? We're only here for a 30-second stop. But I know Geneva specifically, there's been a few very close calls recently where people just not paying attention. Gates go up, trains stop there, no one's really looking, and then they're just flying through. The train starts to move. The gates aren't down yet. Didn't activate the circuit. Usually they'll roll pretty much right up to the edge of it, and then the gates will eventually start coming down. Alto in 5 miles. For anyone who was talking, the Puerto Rico if they're running. I think they're running not two-tone, but at least some form of just standard European, which a lot of American plate. I like European stuff too, so I think it's different. Horn isn't into that, guys. Yeah, something like the new Acela. To be brutally honest, if you have to blow the horn for something, it's probably too late anyway. There's very few situations on the legacy other than it's the one place for the north. We've got like the 25 of it sneaking through like a downtown. But other than that, it's pretty much high speed away. High speed is relative, but quicker than 7. So. Stretching it is, let's say, 25. For a while there, I know there was some 150 in the back was all 160 though. They raised it up in New Jersey and went down. This isn't our station. Put some power back on. Interesting, they've got 2 stations right back to back like this. And literally 3,000 feet away is the next station. Whatever. See, on a big train like this, having lapped brakes is super interesting to me. Everything I've run in simulators, which obviously is nothing like real life, is not lapped. I pretty much have only ever run traditional, like, straight braking, but I've been trying to learn it ever since, obviously, like simulators and real life. It's just in general, the accuracy is my demise. I could stop the train, but figuring out how to do it right has always been moderately interesting. I actually have no clue. I've never been on a Caltrain in my life, so. Get a nice shot of this leaving here. Okay. Locking doors. do notch 8 last in here. We're also 4 minutes early. That's intriguing. Unlock doors. Let's see, how do we stop? Not terrible. Kind of between the spot cab and... Ooh. Oh, actually. Who knows how much longer we'll be able to recreate this shot. Redwood City. Yeah, I love the giant post right there. And change the time of day. Oh, that was cool. We will do that. Kind of the focus. Well, we want the focus to be up there. So we should keep the grid aligned there. Try to keep that there. Angle, get the whole Caltrain logo. There we go. There's also the traditional other way looking at the train, which one must do. Welcome to Photography Tips in Train Sim World. Ugh, that's ugly. Why'd they have to put that post there? They could have put it anywhere, but no, they put it right in the way of the train. That's kind of like a shot I would do in real life. Mount the camera on the fence post. Train there. There's a little bit extra headroom on the train, but it's a photo, so whatever. Looks like we'll have a moderately good wait here while we wait for, I assume, the scheduled padding to be reduced. It seems like, at least on this timetable, there's a lot of padding built in, which good. I mean, you don't want too much because then your trains are always going to be off, but better to be roughly on time than super late. Alright. Got a little while longer. Oh, valves, doors, handbrakes, everything. Yep, that's an HEP cable. Looks like something's coming the other way. How many passengers are here? What does the passenger information say? To San Jose, 1712. That is a lot of passengers for a train 20-ish minutes away. always love when the website monitoring the live stream just crashes on the monitor, but... Okay. Ilgray. Full speed, release my brakes. And off we go. Got 12 miles. We are roughly halfway. I will say, for its time, this route was really solid. Especially things like this were pretty much consistent. I've played this route, looking at the two-bay hoppers and even just like scenery around. It's held up moderately well. I mean, it stinks this is going off slow. Getting on day 4, I'm going to readjust all the web sources to make this absolutely good. Game new track shuttles as well, definitely help. You can see a lot of them just popping in the track capacitors, which are kind of that moving around you see between what's pretty much the close track model and the full track model. I don't know if we've ever truly gotten a busy road traffic scene yet, but some stretch like this along that highway, very good just right now. We've got a big open bridge, not really running above the road. It'd be some more highway speed traffic. Every other boat is something. See, my inner brain is like, where's the gyro? But now that I look at this model, okay, it is just blanked off. Also that. Metrify this, we definitely pull out here. No blood to find out. Fine. We definitely have to like the situation. I don't know if I've seen a moving headlight recently, but that's that. Obviously fix the I don't know if it ever like show that animation. See if it actually like pulled out the station. I don't know, it looked good. Just a good close weather. Just check it out. And these are like perfect spotless. I mean, they're dirty. You can see that, but I still can't help it. That should be spinning very, very fast at this speed. That is not spinning. Probably just a bounce from the model. Yeah, okay, so the bearing cap is somewhat odd. Spinning, yeah, okay. So we're spinning on the coaches. Guys, sport goal going. I always forget too that springs never actually are really model. I looked at these other ones and they're seriously just a silver, kind of like a big game. They're not even big game, that's just black added in. I mean, from a distance, you don't really notice too bad. I mean, I would love if but with the suspension you actually see that rocking back and forth, like, I don't know if there's any spots on this route. San Francisco crossing over all the tracks, if that ever happens. You'd get some good rocking back and forth. It'd be nice. These things are definitely a little wobbly all over the place. Flashing yellows, we can proceed at least to the next block. We're gonna cheat a little, guys. Let's see what's ahead of us. There's the red block. 263. I don't know if that's a stopping point. But whatever. It's a train and it's ahead of us. And there's 6 more crossings. I love the US commuter stuff. Anything that isn't that easy, it's just constant bell noises. I mean, after a certain point on the racetrack, it's pretty much the bell is on the whole way between Belmont, just off the curve after Lyle. It's pretty much on all the way to LaGrange. You have that gap across the Harbor Belt. That gap to Brookfield. Then after Brookfield you have the river. Then you've got pretty much the bell on all the way until you're under the Freeport side at Cicero. It's a lot. Not off. Do not shut our lights off for oncoming power. And technically should throw the horn there because it's not. Wow, another silent crossing. Well, now we've got flashing green. Which means we're probably going on the diverging platform. Oh, bro. Maybe. I've never actually seen one with any of those in town. Everything out here would just be completely on kind of the line straight. Maybe out west there's some different. Okay, if this is a solid yellow, we gotta slow down to go ahead. Flashing yellow. That's nice. And that one. We are doing 60. Approaching it. Maybe not that quickly. That was very quickly. Brakes work, guys. Very good brakes. Are we diverging here? No. Okay. So it would have been a right over yellow then. We just need to coast very slowly. We don't know what the next aspect is. We'd kind of be in like restricted at this point, I think. That would be considered a restricted signal. I mean, it's definitely restricted as slow down before you run into a red, but okay, that is. I cannot read that. I think that's yellow. Am I colorblind, or is that just hard to see? No, that's yellow. Okay, we're fine. And that pulls us into the platform anyway. Now, I believe here, this is the part that runs. Because there's the third rail. I was shocked it didn't have us pull onto the other track there. And, I mean, I guess you can't fit a full train there, but you could load at least, like, 10... Well, I don't know. You couldn't fit a 10-car train. You could probably fit, like, a 5 or 6, though, with your loco hanging off the other end. I don't know if they do turnarounds here, and that's why that's there. But see, now we're only stopping at 200 feet. I can tell you the back half of our train is going to open up onto the main line, and that ain't good. I mean, it's not the main line, I guess, or it might be considered, but it's the next track over. Okay, so it wants us to stop at this spot here. Unlock doors, shut off bell. Let's see how this overhang is. Oh, no, okay, I forgot we're running a shorter train. So, yeah, okay, you could fit, I guess, 2 trains here. Probably one directly there. That's interesting. Because you could do something interesting, like have a train pull in here if it's a stopper. Wait for the express to fly by, stop, then follow after. Operationally, that would be super cool as a dispatcher. Might be annoying for passengers to figure out where they have to go, but who cares? They need to just learn. Just get on the train. It's not like where you would have to bounce between platform sides. It's just the length of the platform you have to change. Or run back and forth. yellow. We've got a while though. We're gonna be following this train all the way probably to San Francisco, so we can take it easy. There's no more stops between here. Not that I'm aware of. I just unlocked doors. We're gonna act like no, it didn't do anything sweet so. Yeah, we didn't even stop in South San Francisco, so it's flashing. So we've got at least a little bit. Should be 1 block of leeway. If it goes green, we know we've really slowed down quick. Another one of these fun, way up in the air style stations. And we've got an express coming out of San Francisco area, so let's see the headlights. Bell on. No crossing those. Past. On. I don't know if there's an airport nearby. This area would be super like with the super elevation. I mean, obviously, the station, but it's 65 plus. That big land bank there. That's a long old train. Holy cow. It looks like a scrap train. I know a lot of those took place in the electrification era, because obviously you would carry your diesel fleet while you still had no wires, but that would have been a fun little scenario to make on here. Because you've got, I think it was like 23 gallery cars pulled by the switcher. Maybe it's not 40 hours. Either it's a big PR thing. Tons of people went out and filmed like the last scrap train. I know, I think they still have the MP36s for rent out the Yule Road. I don't know if any of them actually run in San Francisco anymore, but okay, got all yellows. Okay. Well, solid yellow, so let's not accelerate too much. 35 max, I think, is restricted on this route. That should give you enough time with line of sight to the next signal to actually stop. Unless it's in a really bad spot, then just bust away. But that's kind of where route knowledge would come in handy. Oh hey, I know there's a bad signal here. Let me slow down. And the previous signal will tell you the aspect, so it's not like you're going in completely blind. This right here is what I'm most sad about. The UPG going off sale. Obviously, it's kind of just a bad side effect of the whole route being pulled, but I don't know. I like the Jeep. It was always fun running it. Something a little different. I mean, out here on the Geneva side, you'll occasionally get some really wacky lash up with like a Jeep in it, or on the one occasion I saw a Jeep lead a auto rack train with like an SD70 trailer. No idea how that happened. Even UP engineers were like, that thing doesn't even have the safety systems. How did that happen? I guess it ran out of West Chicago to Rochelle, and they just ran it with a Jeep pulling. Still solid yellow, so let's just stay around 35. know if they upgraded. I mean, they would have changed some signaling, I imagine, with going electrified. But I don't know if they have. I mean, they've got PTC now. I don't think they're doing anything funky like rolling blocks or anything like you see on like subway routes, but there's definitely gotta be some changes to the signaling standard with new EMUs. Okay. Keep on doing 35 till we can see the next signal. East Coast, West Coast, and that's all the game has to offer for the US, other than Sherman there. So simple. Except there's a crossing. Dim our lights, we have light engineering program. Then we drop down to 10. Don't need a huge reduction in pressure for that. Should get down to 15, close down. Why? Oh, we had the throttle on that whole time, and we were barely accelerating. Okay. Let's actually coast now. Got a flashing red, I'm assuming, because the next signal would be considered red as the terminus. Still not slowing down. A little bit more. The switches are set for us to go right, so we've got the flashing red, so we're good. I believe flashing red in this case would just be on the lookout for a train and stop if it's coming towards you. And there we have it, our arrival into San Francisco with the Caltrain gallery cab car and an F40 on the rear. Now it's just like 10 minutes of coasting in. We've literally got a whole... Well, actually, we don't have a ton of time. We've got a minute to reach the other end of the platform, which we could do it. It's just a slow arrival, because obviously you don't want to be flying into a platform at 60. That's a dead-end terminal. I will say, from a technical standpoint, the stream's been going really good. I'm not seeing any dropped frames over the last hour 40. Been doing 1440p, 60 FPS, single PC. I thought I'd have to set up my second PC again, but does not seem to be the case. Start braking. You don't want to run into buffers at the end, but come on right, do that. Shut off our lights, turn on the marker lights, reverser removed. That train next to us is about to leave. Or they just opened their door. I don't know. Ditch lights. All those actually can be shut off. Marker light, defroster, crossing light. Those should be off. And there we go. Another run completed. hour 8, not bad. 46 miles. Braking distances were, or stopping locations were, they were some of the distances of all time. We'll at least be nice and prep the train for the next crew. Actually, I think you're supposed to then cut the brakes out. Maybe it's supposed to reset that first, but HEP was never turned on. How sad. Passengers sitting in the dark the whole way here. We're not going to do the next run, but let's run down to the other end. When does this leave? 17:58, so 20 minutes. I like that about this route, though. Doors are left open. If the train goes back out, I see no reason not to leave the doors open. Okay. Controlling with... Sure, why not that? Engine room, platform lights, those should be off. Oh, number lights can stay on. There's the HEP. Head and power normal. The end only. Now they should at least see lights. Oh wow, look. There are now lights. Huh. I did not know Caltrain had the little ramp here. The only cars I've ever seen that have that were the C&W bi-levels at Union. Everything else, it's just, hey, there's a little box here, step up. I don't know. I mean, maybe that is considered ADA accessible. Obviously, this gap wouldn't be this big in real life, but that's interesting. Also, is this like carpet? Ugh. I'm used to like the metal and plastic textures on that type of thing. I would not want carpet, but why don't we hop over? With an SD40, because SD40s are cool. Or so I've been told. Alright, operate eastbound Y120. Cool. Generator field on. Headlights on. reverser, forward, ditch light, on, brakes. We are not a passenger train. We are a lead unit. We are running and we are controlling with a unit coupled at the long hood end. Platform lights are on, number lights, front on. We are running a YM2 SD40 with a YM2 SD40. Someone didn't set this up right. Should have been. Alright, so. Okay. Personal preference. When you set time, I prefer to have a visual logo used to be a separate service with the undertone price discount. That way, once you have your train, what you do is start service, then you have the entertainment price kept on separate. I mean, generally, I'm happy you have a chance to do it, and you did that with just passenger group, but I don't know, I'm a sucker for the different price not it is what it is. I'm happy they helped out a ton with getting the data for all the various operations around there. I believe they were in either this LDR or the Austin area. Provided tons of useful records for what they're actually doing this made. I don't think we'd have as boots in the snow kind of data without the market. Other than our ancient leader. I don't think I have my mods installed though for subbing in different ones. So wait, what? We just run 20 miles late power? Okay then. This will be an overpowered train. I guess this is part 1, so maybe we're just shuffling power from the intermodal facility over. Okay, switches are line. Yeah, I guess we literally just are bringing power over. They're on. Okay. They're just super big. I mean, this was also literally the first implemented. Well, I lied. YM4 SD40. But in general, this SD40 model was literally in the original beta from like 2015 or whatever it was. So that if you pre-ordered TS 2016, I believe, with the turbine, the TS rewards, military flats, the double chimney castle, all that stuff. I think there might be a horn and bell mod for the SD40. I don't have any installed right now. All the mods I had just on hand were like British stuff that I wanted to get reinstalled. I just reinstalled the game, but let me look. US audio mods for next year. Because there's not going to be a whole bunch to do with the freight running here. But how are you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream, Brian. Need the brighter headlight mod. Oh, I have to sort sound. Train Sim World. Ah, yes. Sandpatch Grade Locomotive Audio Mod. We will download all these and throw them in. Obviously won't do anything while we're running the game, but at least if I restart now, we will have them. There we go. They're in. So maybe if I restart in between next scenario, we can give it a go. If there's any other mods, let me know. I can install them in the background while running. I know this author has a good variety of sound mods for a few things. SD40, Horseshoe Curve. Let's get that one. PSD70s. Cane Creek. UNSF. Sherman Hill. Sure, let's also get the Clinchfield. Why don't we just install the whole mod author library? Might crash things. We will have to see. Because looking at it, there's a lot of duplicate horn mods. There we go. Should have all the sounds now. Alright, yeah, 18 miles. We're speeding a little bit. We're just doing our thing. Joining up on the main line here. Wish the labels were. Really? It's just not. Okay. Yeah, I wish you could see a bigger a bigger label over the top of some of these areas, like, oh hey, I know this is Boston, but how do I know it's Boston? Because there's no labels, let's just scroll and see stuff. Oh hey, HS46P things. Or HSP 46 maybe? I guess we're just going to be running on the inside. We've got enough brake power. Ooh, limited 25. This is okay. I was like, this is going to be a very boring trip at 25. I feel like this would definitely might turn into a screenshot. throw them together. I've got them going into the Livestream loop for when we're going to break and changing scenarios and such. First, slightly user dynamics. I don't believe they do a proper heat simulation versus like if you're generating quicker. I didn't realize all the power. I probably killed the last three. Like they're not even used well all used together, but last 3 units probably actually, you know what? Let's make this more interesting. We're gonna definitely do something unique. If I really want to be funky, I can throw That's fun. I guess the shutdown runs along the MD cable. Run any of the CSX equipment outside just testing, but I've been trying to figure out what power works together and what power doesn't. It seems like any of the SD40s work together. The UP-ST78s and all the Sandmatch grade seems to work together. The UP-AC44 works with most of that. The BNSF SD70 doesn't really work with much at all. MU-wise, if they're in the same bank of engines, will work, but as distributed power, things get really messed up. So you'll end up with something coming in like, hey, it half works, half doesn't. What I did find though is if the first engine closest to the player locomotive in your distributed power is the same as the player locomotive, it will work enough. So it then seems strange that my MU cannot lead player locomotive things. Obviously you can't have full randomized engines at that point because of that, but at least with custom consists you can get a little bit from the instead of, hey, here's just the same UP engine for the millionth time. There is a person working on a UP ES44 that I'm super excited about. That is over on the Crates and There's also some working on SW15, and that was based off the Caltrain MP15, so I don't know if that's been going on now, sadly, because of this whole licensing development. I think in an ideal world, the person would go through DTG, see if it could get thrown as a locomotive DLC for Oakville for $10 and just have it sub into what's already there. But I forgot how shiny the ground on this looks with the rain. There's another mod I need to install. The real life weather mod. If you guys haven't tried that, it's actually really cool. It's subtle. It literally does nothing except change the weather to exactly what it is in real life, or what it was in real life. But it's different. It's like, hey, would have thought to do that. So this one goes into Windows, no editor, PSP prototype, binaries, 160. There we go. Yeah, the guy pretty much custom made a we're about halfway there on this run. Nothing super interesting. I admit this is probably bad to pick, but they remind me to install a ton of US bots to make it better. So we'll see if there's any super okay-ish stuff on Sandpatch. I know that was like the king of 2.5 hour scenarios. So it was cool, but oh wow, someone figured out decals on a freight car for USW in the modding community. Looks like we might be getting some US seaboard coastline freight cars. Guessing we'll just have to sub in. There's really not. I don't think there's a seaboard freight. Really, the East Coast freight is Horseshoe Curve and Sandpatch. I mean, you got this, but this was definitely not seaboard territory. I think the old Miami West Palm Beach for PS1 was, but that's about it. I would definitely love to see like an older GP boat or something. It's I've been in one in person, but when I've been around them and they're just running, it's I don't know, something different. That arrow is so heavily dominated by EMP SD40s and things along that line that the GE's offerings were definitely kind of forgotten, it feels like. I mean, obviously they're super popular in the general consensus of like real fans, but I don't know. More stuff for games, all the trains all the time. Yeah, this ground material has rough. Even when it rains, it's too light. If it was maybe like a quarter of the reflectiveness and wasn't reflecting as much light, I mean, because it looks like the same materials in the river on the right, which isn't necessarily wrong. They are both water, but it's like there's a layer of water on top of stuff versus the ground is so cold. And I mean, it looks like there's like fluid water everywhere, which obviously isn't the case. we'll see. If people are actually really interested in this DSW stuff on the channel, it's a lot easier to make. And I'm just kind of burnt out with the stuff. I still go out on occasion to get good footage of all the stuff coming through, but getting it out is just super mentally draining. And there's a lot of stuff going on, which I like to prioritize what I can. I've got a few modular HO traction layout sections I'm working on. The original goal was to bring them up to the train show next week in Madison with the Northwest Traction Group, but I cannot get Friday off work, so I get up there to set up. So won't be able to set up the layout, but I've got a few ideas. Right now I'm just kind of deciding between making a grain elevator on one module, which meant I would be able to fit, I think it was 9 or so hoppers with a double track mainline, a run round loop. Nothing huge, but definitely super condensed setting. My personal favorite, I would love to be able to spread out, but the whole point of this is it is a traction layout first. Part of my goal when I'm running it though is to make it a little more interactive than just send the streetcar around doing its thing. There, I believe, it's called like cab or something. A YouTuber, I think Stan Ferris is his name, has equipped a locomotive with it, but it pretty much allows radio control off of a battery. Well, when you're running a traction plant, your two rails are both negative, and your overhead is positive. So what you need to do is obviously rely on power from the source. Well, hey, battery, cool. So radio control, but then it also allows for PCC control. And what you kind of end up doing is having designated charging spots. So I had a few ideas for a few siding suite on, like with a 7 PC power pack 24/7. But I've got some ideas with it. It's just I kind of want to do it as 2 separate modules now. Probably like 8 foot, 2 4 by 4 foots. Probably like 2 or 3 sidings deep. Have a run around. Big grain silo. It would let me run normal stuff too, because what I'm doing is setting my run for 2 rail PCC or your traditional traction stuff. So things are going to be a little funky with it, but the goal is not only a traction layout, but something I can run my personal stuff on. Eventually, if I can convince some others to do some Facebook work and layout work of their own, maybe part of another modular layout group. I at one point was also considering making a adapter, just in the off chance that I could run some of the modules on there. I mean, all my stuff is going to be probably curves. Traction lamps traditionally running at most 15-inch curves. I've got one big junction module, which is both 22-inch radius curves, I believe. And it's just pretty much a 90-degree curve with a single track shooting off of the double main. But we'll see. I've got all the stat graphs and ballast stuff. I just need to sit down one day. I probably should have done this one. Paint the baseboard brown and kind of just go from there. I've been following pretty much the Northwest Traction Group standards on everything. There's a few overhead wire and connectors, I can't do it. I've tried twice on one module. They just keep on falling off. They're super small. It's 00-90 washers. The thing is minuscule because the pole is supposed to just bounce over it. I've got some ideas for alternatives, but the problem is they need to be brass because, hey, it needs to transmit power. So I might see if I can, I don't even know if someone can cast a part like that, or if you just literally buy a thin sheet of brass and bend it yourself, but I'm thinking just making pretty much a little track similar to, if anyone watched Chris's overhead wire tutorial, he showed off the switch frogs. I'm thinking pretty much something like that, except it's just a pass-through. Pretty much like a easy way of splicing wire that isn't a washer, because that's just, it's just too much. For setting up and tearing down as often as I want to, I just don't think it's going to last. So something a little more substantial is probably going to be needed. It might not conform to the specs, but if it works, ultimately in a show environment, that's my biggest priority. I'm hoping I can get it to a point where I can do it myself and not just run with the group. I mean, ultimately, you could probably get away with 2 reverse loops and like 2 or 3 middle section modules. Like, hey, it's a layout. We'll bring it to some place to exhibit for the weekend, but we'll see. I've got big plans. It's just time, money. Mainly money. So if you enjoy, don't forget to send a super chat. Lots more content on the way if people would actually watch / want to watch. I mean, I've been toying with the idea of making a whole series of just, hey, let's make a module, but I wanted to get a few under my belt first, and hey, there's a train coming around the corner. That's actually pretty cool. Oh my gosh, it's another ST40 leading an AC44. How weird. That's not fun. But, yeah, just a full from start to finish, baseboards to wiring, well, probably planning to baseboards, core track, wiring, base level scenery, then probably super detailing, and then getting the overhead in. Oh, and the range just got pictures. Well, I'm going to try to restart the game after this. Let's see what crashes. I should have some images, but not really sounds, but that's that. Those sound different. I think they put new sound system on. And ground later. That's actually kind of cool. That still bugs me. That would kill it hard. That is a bad idea. But the garbage in the middle of the rail, or between the rails, is actually, I mean, in real life it's typical, but like, to be represented properly, it's super nice. Okay, so we're going to pull up past here. I don't believe we're in a rush, so let's actually shut down this cab and start up the other unit. Actually, don't know if you need to start up. I think we just reverse it out. Let's try this. This would be trail. Brake speed cut out. Cursors out. Might just be able to use the bar AC-44 as a pretty much cap part. Or I guess NPC. I mean, it is powered. It's just not being used as powered. I don't know if I would actually... What would I do here? I guess just cut the brakes in. Cut in. Let's see if this works. Hey, that actually works. Oh, so I need to put it in reverse because I guess it's this. That doesn't make any sense, but I'm not going to question it. Or is it just doing something funky? I think the match is responding to throttle. I almost wondered if we need to flip on. No, control's on. I don't know. I mean, real life, you just have this engine on. I'm the idiot who shut it off because I got my own. Oh, never mind. It worked. We are using the AC-44 as a template. I kind of love this. It looks like there's a train. There is a train. Oh, it's the work train. Okay. That's cool. I've not actually seen that. I've heard about the service, but... Okay, so we are going up to Y. Line. Probably should have shut this. That's still proof that this is actually working. Because all three of these are completely dead. The volumetric fog, it looks great, but the flares are too far out. Moving photo, 60 photos per second. It's also good because we're filling up our generic train signal video. We are going too fast. We're listening. Actually, do the brakes work? I did not try that. Yes, they do. This is actually interesting. This kind of gives me like an interesting scenario idea of, hey, your power guy, but not all of it. I mean, in real life, there's been a few instances of power dying like this. But I don't know. Usually I think they try to swap around the power, but I guess I have created one recently. That is not fishing. That is UNICEF US people. Or cheap. I will not say this. I have not used Creator Club, so I downloaded a bunch of stuff as a test and see if it worked, and now it's not. Lights, wipers. Close, air brakes, out, trail, save. Field. There we go. Another service done. That was ridiculous. 44 minutes for that was way too long. Let me jump into a restart really quick, and then I will be back. Well, the weather mod didn't work. I forgot to actually install it. Oops. April with, oh, I guess snow is only possible in March. A little bit of snow, a little bit of precipitation, higher cloud, full wind. No fog though, because that's gonna make for a bad stream. Try this. AC44 manifest. Also, if you've not bought TSW, there's a sale on right now, and it's pretty good. Runs until the 13th. There's a ton of stuff on sale. Most of the game is like dirt cheap now. Okay, we got AC44 on the manifest, blocking the Hermosa crossing. Of course. Why don't we? Generator field switch turned on. We are short of leading. The lights on. Go. To cut brakes. Air brake in 3. Exit. Turn on RPU settings. So reverse and forward. Bell on. Tail off. Get going. Fun fact. I was standing right about here, shooting trains at this spot. It's way more hilly in real life, and the wind blew my camera over and destroyed the screen. Still haven't played on it, but yeah, no, I've been sure like once. Super windy. On traffic. Train traffic. But I definitely want to go back. Hopefully sometime in the next few months or years. Take a road trip. Spend like 2-3 days out there. Not like weekend versus weekday matters too much out there, luckily. So maybe like a Friday through Monday thing. Driving wise, it is 13-14 hours to get out here though, so that's one day just worth of driving. DPU is working. One really annoying bug, and I think this is definitely a core issue, but Windows reset, you go in and out of the tab with like range and stuff, bam, it's gone. I do like this mode. That was really nice and that just makes it. I haven't caught too many like trains in snow like that, but I caught one recently. It just looks cool with a giant dust of snow being kicked up behind you. I also at one point was working on a Sherman Hill timing. There are so many issues with this one, obviously, track 3 not being there for this stretch is a huge issue. It would have pushed you over miles, which stinks. But track and signaling is all there. So you can run AI to do that. But it makes for really annoying timetable making because either half the trains aren't playable or you have everything jam-packed via the 2-track main. Sadly, there's like no actual loading facility here for the quarry. Absolutely love to do that because there are a few very rare occurrences of BNSF trains coming off their line up here, coming on, running quarry with the ballast train, and then coming back. Well, I had one of those services, but I had to leave it full the whole time because there just isn't a situation where I can fill it without anything there. So that was an annoyance. So on the line. Quite funny because everything I've gathered is not running this train. It's all the locomotives. There might be like one or two full trains that are running this area. If you can find examples of it happening, please let me know. Let me know their signals because I want to include full on the revamp, but also funny that whole thing was like 35 cars. What is going on? There's our train. It's like triple the length of that whole thing. But okay. That's a moderately not bad screenshot. There's been a good amount here. I'm seeing more than that on my console. So let's adjust depth of field a little bit. Let's go there. Actually, we'll do a little bit more of an angle like that. There we go. Maybe I'll slow down a little bit. Got up, now it's got to shave off down the actually like track speed. But it seems like Laramie might actually be a change point as well as China. Obviously, in real life, you can end up stopping both, but the game, there's limitations. Yeah, I did like 104 cars, so that's the one nice thing. German at Harlem things. There's also some funky stuff with what freight cars work together. There's software simulation and stuff. Sandpatch freight cars, nothing seems to work well with those. ENSF, Home Pass, and Sherman stuff seems to work well. I think the Oakville Auto Rack works moderately okay with other stuff. But there's a lot that needs to be worked on. I'd love at some point if you should have full freight simulation breakdown. Because at the moment, with all the the same car type, it's impossible. I think if substitution is set properly, it's a lot better. Each car type has a separate tag. So let's say like auto rack. 89 is the auto rack, the generic tag. You can have the same load well. But what you end up doing then is just having all 89 for auto racks. And hey, look, now you've got 10 different variations of auto racks instead of your 10 cars of UP auto racks. But in reality, you can never see that. At most, 5 or 6 back to back. Or if it's a little train, you might see a whole break of 6 months, but no, it's pretty much only mixed with auto racks. Even new cars. The only time I've ever seen cars all the same cars are like certain Wisconsin wool trains, but even those are pretty much running like 3 or 4 different car paint schemes, but they're all that's the other issue. So formations are very important. It's 3 plus units on the front and 1 in the rear. In the base service mode, obviously, there's limitations. You're running, I believe it's Gen 8 consoles with potentially supercomputers. I doubt anyone would be dumb enough to play games more or less. But it could. So it's very much a situation of you need to find the balance. And you can have different computers depending on Xbox and PlayStation generations, but I guess the bigger issue is just the general memory. Because every formation makes up that memory as well. Yeah, good time. Yeah, good time. 50, 60 different locations. Because, hey, you don't want the same 12 things. Right now, my PC with all these mods installed, I'm using 3 gigabytes of memory. PlayStation only has 6. So, or even if they have 8, it's still the memory. Because there's also the operating system over there. And the bigger thing right now is my 50%. That's running OBS and game. see if I can do some tweaks to make shadow popping a little less. So who's up for that's just my camera. So back up. The game's taking up 27 FPS. Either way, my system's got a lot more spec. At one point, I was emulating 1400 instead of 1440. We'll have to see. At some point, I might just buy it. Something a little more power active, like sound gaming, but otherwise, 1440, it looks fine. The main reason I go for it is so my real life footage isn't squashed down as much, and I can get full resolution. Nowadays, it almost seems cheaper to just buy it. But I have a 6-monitor setup right now, so I don't even have room for anything bigger than. Well, I've got a 27-inch game monitor. I'd probably up it to 30, 32. That would be tight, but I think I can make it work. Got like a few inches on the side I can spare. Might want to do monitors down and buy like the next monitor on for a certain area, but it's working. Eventually I'm gonna get the second piece and set back up. I don't need it as much right now, I guess, because the stream performance seems to be fine. Getting a solid 60 FPS a year. Streaming at 24,000. Zero drop frames over the last 3 hours. So I've been a little bit more technical. This is the fun part. Tweaking is I expect it. I get more noise that they're down in the actual live stream most of the time. I've got a few interesting ideas for the future live streams. I want to see if I can get into a pretty quality not truly multiplayer, but like the game just certain mode at the same time. Bouncing back and forth. I think it'd be interesting to do a live 4-person challenge instead of pre-recorded ones a couple of us. Actually having 4 different live streams going into one main where to this case with my brother, which I forgot the overhead running. Or I can set that up on the stream and see how it goes. 4 teams. The other 3 plus mine. Looks like great traffic. Yeah. That's the other thing I was trying to figure out. I wanted to set up a lot more with my seasonal things. Obviously, if you're looking the surface, it will allow you to get any service at any point. But if you set it up properly in the timetable, you can set what month service is. So let's say you have like an extra 4 grain trains a day during harvest season. Well, or actually, it gets a little after harvest season. But there's options. You can do a lot of interesting stuff. That is like 7 the bigger problem is that you have to all layers are out. So even if you have seasonal players, they can't cause issues with other ones. So it's like, hey, if there's 2 trains trying to spawn at the same point, one of them only runs in December, one of them runs in February. Well, they're both going to be there at the same time in the simulation time. So you have to account for all that and kind of leave for it. That was where I feel like it was kind of, I just saw this like trains and things like that, and I was add them all. I think when I start on YouTube, I want to figure out consistency. With all the abilities, everything is kind of short. I wanted to incorporate that going to a train. I'm not sure yet. I might have to make it where there's a sub in for the C6 one. Go Caltrade, that way at least you can play it. Or I guess if I set it as a SC40 by default, Caltrade is 100% sub rate for those services. Jeep's shorter than SC40, so shouldn't have any issues other than things are a little shorter, but you always set up the service mode that the longest unit first. That way if the shorter one is used, anything as bad, I should say, I might still have that. That was one thing I was trying to figure out if I could set up because Unreal Engine allows for so much custom stuff to be added. There's, in real life it's a robotic, so it can swing left, right, up, down. It's pretty much full hand tilt to remote. Well, I don't know if there's a way to emulate that as much, but I'd love if you could like walk up to the post that's the camera encodes and it the camera have the big webcam train it's we'll see. The best case is I learned a 3D model, bunch of stuff, learned all the Unreal Engine stuff, see if I can make my own scenery for track 3, reuse that somehow, adding that to jumps, adding track goes this way, got the boring cut off this here, spears down here, and you got the line back to Denver, you got the line back up to Maine, and then you got pretty scenic section. Drove over it a few times on the way back down to it. And it's pretty. It's a lot more foliage like this without snow. It pretty much looks like this. Maybe a little less green. It's just a whole lot of nothing around. So but that track 3 section, you end up with just so much more. It's just, it's a lot more pretty, a lot of interesting things. I think it would be a nice change because and getting rid of a lot of these roads have like 3 cars a day. There's no need for problem. And it's not like there's AI cars on the side. There were a lot of questions here. A lot of this was like inferred on what should be done versus actually done. Pretty much the only traffic avoids most of that. But there's a few small towns and roads around, but it is a whole lot of nothing. I was gonna say I haven't been to that. What the heck? Roughly about this. We have only 12,000 tons. We're not that heavy. We're shy of 7,000. And they're nowadays running 15,000 trains. So this is still 100 tons. There's also a big thing in auto. And those are coppers, stamping blank. Those are all 60 with that. Either way, definitely a problem. Yeah, we should be able to stop this out. Still 3 miles out. Here's the only road that's not definitely at most 125 by the time you pass the window there. You get much quicker. You'll end up with some weird physics when you're trying to stop because you'll just kind of spring back and forth. Head in stopping early, but then you're still pushing you. But then the rear has EV, which is also pretty much thrown in full braking. It gets messy quick. That pedestrian bridge is also super cool. I went up on there. It's very windy. That's the only reason I don't think I actually got any footage of there. But it's wide enough you can get some good shots. Yeah, we are slowing down, but I almost wonder if it's like stupid. Nothing's locked up though. Yeah, if you notice the brakes are not on. Here, that's because we've got 40, 70, and that was the one with the distributed power signal on. Let's release the brakes. We're gonna stop way too late. Our tail in the yard. We'll probably end up stopping. Flows. Now we're definitely. Where's the pedestrian bridge? Let's act like a person on the pedestrian bridge. So my mind instantly goes to far over here. Zoom in super tight. Maybe not that tight. Advance it a little bit. There we go. Not an amazing shot. Do one more. We'll do the on the rail. Catch the headlight glow. Zoom in. There we go. We'll do the in the middle weird centered photo. Can't get too much. There's not much else in the back. I realize it features cars that can stored here for like 1 or 2 maybe industries. There's the one silo down here that has everything swapped out. Silo's down here. But there we go. Cement down there. Random siding. And there's all of this. I know a lot. I don't get stored here. So you'll have maintenance flats and things like that. 3,700 feet. Going quicker, we're not going to be able to stop. That's always the biggest problem with freight, especially in the snow. It's a slow boring crawl, to be brutally honest. I mean, that's part of the whole issue with freight. You're going long distances at super slow speeds. I mean, it's still relatively quick to cross the country in, let's say, like 5-6 days, but it isn't great, especially from a player standpoint. What this random bit of power is. Oh, it has at least a BNSF ace. That's the other thing. I've got the UP Heritage Pack installed, but I've yet to see one, so it seems like the substitution thing is actually working with those. You can set the percentage super low for when they appear, but in general, it's a little funky. They always seem to show up way more often than they should, but I haven't seen one this trip, and I'm fine with that, because that's kind of what should happen. You'd really, I mean, there's 6 units across the whole country, and most of the time at least 1 or 2 of them are dead, so... But either way, I think I might end it after this run. I'm not tired, or super tired, but I kind of want to work on some other stuff. It's alright, 11 For a test stream, though, this seems to have gone well. Practically, well, actually, I got 76 viewers for the full stream. Only a minute 27 average view, but it's not bad. I mean, if anyone urgently comes in and says, I need you to play this route with this logo now, I probably would. Unless there's any specific requests, I'll probably end it here. Also, if people are interested in watching more development of like Train Sim World stuff, let me know. I'd be super interested in maybe trying to stream like timetable creation. Oh, and of course, as it typically is. As you say, you're ending the stream. Multiple views show. Oh wait, there's more people on that. We're gonna slide through that. What the same we're on. Full dynamics. Oh gosh. Independent on. Oh. That was close. Holy cow. Yeah. That was close. Let's commemorate that with a screenshot. Well, welcome to the stream then. Any specific thing you'd like to see shown off, let me know. I've got everything installed right now, so good variety of stuff in the game. If you're more interested in US stuff, passenger stuff is really well represented. Just from there's a wide variety of stuff. German is probably the strongest from there's the most high detailed equipment. UK is really strong. US freight is probably the biggest of the stuff. It's a solid experience. It's nothing like a So this is the West Coast Main Line in the 1980s with the Class 87, a whole bunch of other stuff. Overall, there's tons of really good deals right now. 90% off a lot of the main previous year's DLCs. The base game, I think, is only $20 itself. And then $29 gets you the deluxe, which includes the German Flixtrain Vectron, the Cajon Pass route, and I believe the 390 Pendolino. So, super good deal for that price. Alright. 87 doors are on the left here. Let's isolate that. Reset AWS. So, what do we have? Good mix of intercity and VR blue equipment right now. Accurate. Let's turn all the markers on so it looks cool. Okay. 87 leading. We're not leaving for another minute, so let's go around. We are at Lancaster right now. So this route really shines if you've got a few more DLC installed. I believe there's a West Coast Mainline bundle pack available right now. I believe the 101 is by default. But here's the 101. You get the 87 with the Mark IIIs in City and DR Blue. 87 comes in Inner City as well. I believe it also comes in the 47. I think it's one of the biggest UK ones to date, 90 plus miles. We will be leaving any second now. Yeah, Reds, we should proceed yet, but we got the green now. This is fun because this locomotive has a tap changer instead of your traditional throttle. So if you've never run with a tap changer, it's not super difficult. I'm using Shift A and Control A to run up. What's this? Why? Oh, hold on. There we go. That needs to be on. You'd think turning the safety system master key on would do it or something. I guess not. Okay. Let's run up the power a little bit. So with the tap changer, at least in this locomotive, the main goal is to not get it in the red there. Yellow and green are fine. I'm using Control and Shift A and just kind of hitting A repeatedly while holding Control in this case, and it's raising that up. Red will throw you into like a fault mode where you need to reset. As long as you keep it below that though, you should be good. Obviously you also have to pay attention to speed, so tap changing is literally just kind of nudging the controller up or down to be like, hey, a little more power, a little less power. And I believe there's one or two German engines that also have that, but personally, my favorite is definitely the 87 here. Tom and all of the JT guys and supporting people did an amazing job on this. I mean, this is probably one of the most important machines outside the expert level. Just, it's beautiful. Oh, I think it's stuck in the signal. Just like your active 3D modeling springs. Little details like that in England. Obviously it's there in real life. It's casting and bearing. The weathering as well is very well done. It's one of the few things you can kind of get away from VR era. Everything is just jumper bracket. There's new connectors to double head 87s. I don't know if you can double head 87.6, but I know there were some 86s that can be double headed, but not all of them. There's a whole lot of weird subclasses. Not running to the red, shut off and reset. But we just got 75 minutes, so let's shut it off. Speed going up a little bit. We'll be into it. Throwing it off, we should just be able to raise and lower the unless you just cut it off. There's also neutral sections. I don't think we'll run into one on this stretch, but I think there's like 2 or 3 of them. And you have to completely shut the power off for those. You're supposed to run down and then power off. I don't know physically if there's a reason you don't just throw it off. Like on things like K controller on the streetcar and their urban with their control system. Usually you just go straight from whatever notch you're in off versus running down, but it's a different sort of game changer. I could probably bet Ed, he's one of the guys who help program and simulate this. You know it's a good model of Edward Fisk as the 33, I think, was one of his big projects with DSW early on. I mean, it's probably one of my favorite VR pieces in the game. Okay, so we are at 105. Slowly start going down on the back chamber. Just ever so slightly. The limit's on. As long as it's around there, we're fine. We're on level track right now, so yeah, here's the route. Preston down here. Lancaster up here. If you own the Blackpool route, that starts in Preston. There's a branch that goes down this way, along with. There's a little stretch of track here that from the Blackpool route, because I'm from Scotland there. Blackpool's up this way, so it's a really good variety. It also adds the pacer to this route. The pacer is probably one of my favorite DMUs in the game. Super simple to drive, but the suspension on it just sends you rocking all over it. I mean, it was a literal bus put on full train wheels. So no bogies, pretty much zero suspension. I mean, there is suspension, but it's a rough ride. I've never been to the UK, but ironically, I think a pacer is probably one of the few things I would really want to actually go see and take a ride on. Just to experience it. I've heard so much bad stuff about it over the years. Same with like a 220, I believe. Those though are more of an issue with the air intake being near like the sewer output. So probably not actually, but pacer is just a bumpy ride. But, ooh, that was some rocket motion right there. Just look at the suspension on this. The wobble back and forth is so nice. Just look at it inside. I think the best view though is just the pictures. That is like jello right there, how quick it's wobbling around. Either way, I like this route. It's quite fun. There. Now you can actually see it. If you're interested in modding, mods.trainsimcommunity.com. I'm definitely a little biased because I like run the website. best go-to place for train sport mods. If you're on PC, you can pretty much get any mods you want. It's just a super useful. Hey, there's a neutral section. That was the black side, so I think there's a white one coming up with the actual off. The black side is just the warning for it. I might have that reversed. I didn't see anything on the overhead there that made me think that was the spot. See, this looks like a substation. So I probably just missed the white sign and that was it right there. Oh, no? Okay. This is right. So white sign, you lose power, MCB drops off, the wire comes back on, you hear the clunk, it came back, and we were getting launched back up. Everything should be automatic, from what I gather, if you coast through it. And the big thing is you're very rarely going slow enough that you drop out. There is one instance. It's the neutral section's like right here somewhere, just as you're pulling into Carlisle. So you're going super slow, and if you're not paying too much attention, you easily could lose power in a bad spot. Usually the actual dead section is so short that it's not too big of a deal. And I think nowadays on a few more modern things, you just run right through them. I don't know if... I think you're supposed to coast through them, but I don't think it actually breaks anything if you don't. And I don't think... Actually, that has me curious. Because I don't know if something like the 350, which is like an 8-car train, if it bridges a neutral section if there's any issues. Because usually there's multiple pans on it. You have pantograph at the front, let's say in one section, one in another. That can get... I guess if they're... I don't know, because I think the couplers... I guess the couplers on those are probably only mechanical. But something where it passes through power full length would be interesting for 2 different power sections. I mean, both sides of the intersection should technically be the same voltage frequency, but I guess there would be... Yeah, I guess if it's the same on both sides, it should be fine. I don't know. Not interesting. I just like that. What are we missing here? Is this a 37? No, this is a 87 with a free line train. Good variety of no computers on this route. Okay, 4 miles to Preston. Speed limit starts from 995. We still got clear. If people do want to see more DSW stuff, I have no issues running longer services either. I just don't want to run 2-hour service and then everyone gets bored halfway through and leaves. So, but I mean, there's practically endless gameplay with this game. Because at any point, if you just change the weather a little bit and change what locomotive you're driving, it's substitution. It becomes a completely different one, even if it is the exact same service you've already run. So, that gets fun. I'm also a big fan of the voltage operations on the West Side. The speed is atrocious. I will say 25 miles per hour, even for equipment, it's just slow. But I like the general atmosphere of some of the timetables made. And that was nice. A solid blue set there. Just having a good variety of different stuff. we've got tons of different traction activities. We've also got like yellow. So AWS is joining us there. Not throw us into a bridge. You guys are making very rapid. Cheater mode on the top right. So just have the 87 pass. You got a 101. I believe these services usually run like faster when we started. And then they branch off a little bit different in real life. Back in the day. So yeah, now we're coming into Preston. Speed limit drops 35 up ahead, so we gotta keep on slowing down for that. Got a yellow AWS will trigger, we've got feather, meaning we are going to the left. There was a single yellow though, so we gotta make sure we're doing. Well, actually, I guess the TPWS ordinance is back up. Nowadays, if you're going over, I believe, 15 or 20 miles per hour, when you're approaching the red signal, a secondary safety system will throw you an emergency because you're just going too fast. Looks like we've got a 4-minute wait. So I think we're going to have a few services running around here before we can pull into our platform. Here's our next AWS magnet. There's that. We'll pull right up to the signal and then okay, welcome to Preston. Tons of overhead, lots of cool little things. Oh, and we are routed into platform 4. I love the old British style speed signs down here. Arrow pointing for the diverging route, not too smooth. I like this though, it's very densely populated. Seems like a very industrial area. Sounded to me like an 08. It might be. Oh no, it's a 437. Oh, that's 40. Let's slow down. Focus on the train going into the station, not every train sitting around it. Controller off. This is a run-through station, but there's a red at the end. So we're all up to the signal. I will say the station interior as well is amazing on this route between Preston and Carlisle. It's the interiors here are so cool. Lancaster has a really nice station too. I think in real life there's sort of steam preservation thing up there, so there's a bunch of steam engine flows in the station. It's a good variety. Stop. That might have been a closest stop. This will be. No. I'll see you at the end. doors. Takes me out as it does. Yeah? 0.44 or 0.411 yard. What is that in different numbers? Let's do yard to feet. Yeah, I was within a foot, or 0.3 of a meter. Not bad. Turn free roam, hop out of the locomotive, explore on foot very briefly. What we can do is catch the train. Leave it. Ooh. I hear something. 47 way, but I thought I heard 37. Doors are still open. Well, it's moving around here. Anything? Just not seeing anything. Well, good thing we're a railway employee. We can go into weird spots, like over here, to get our cool screenshot. Ooh, wait for the train to get a video of it leaving. We'll probably end it there. It's been fun though. I appreciate everyone who's stopped by. This was mainly just a small little test to see how things went, but I'll probably do this a little more often. Obviously, 89 views isn't a ton, but hopefully you guys who were here enjoyed it. Hopefully some of the people who stop by tonight will stop by again in the future. If you do enjoy this, don't forget you can support the channel in a few different ways. If you want to support it for free, you got subscriptions and likes. If you want to financially support the channel, YouTube memberships and super chats are important. Memberships at the moment kind of just do the general support, but in the future I can start doing more behind the scenes style stuff. It's just at the moment though doesn't really need credit because it's a member. So if I get one though, I have no issues just throwing out a whole bunch of random stuff, behind the scenes stuff. Then kind of just enjoy the sights and sounds of wrestling. I want the shop. This is actually super good shop. There we go. I was unaware that the AI would do that with the horn. I would have done that. Was very cool. There's also floating air hoses. Pretty dang cool. The rest of the routes were nice. Yeah, there's the 101. Very nice old school style DMU. Post office sightings. There's no 8 sitting back there. All the mail stuff comes through there. There's what looks like a Intercity 87, Scott Rail 47. If you like Steam, I know there's a few rail tours on this route where you ride in this other shop center. It's super fun. Difficult. We've got 40. So we saw the class 40 earlier. Class... I don't know if the 37 does anything on this route. And we got the 37. Both of these engines are from different PLCs, so you'll have to buy those if you want to run them. Pace. It comes in like 5 different schemes on the Blackboard. There it is. It is literally a bus. Here it is. It's a bus. On train wheels. It connects. Door panel on. No, there it is. Door panel. Released. That opens all doors on the train. So, yeah, there's also guard mode if you're interested in that. I might do that in the future. Otherwise,